So here's Friday, okay? The Smashing Pumpkins, Coheed and Cambria, Lupe Fiasco performing The Cool, which is a great album. No Effects, Dirty Heads, Sublime with Rome, got to put that in. Circle Jerks, Motion City Soundtrack, Thrice. Holy shit, if you have not seen Thrice in your lifetime, go fucking see Thrice. Maybe I'll edit some video in here later, but I'll probably save that for just, other things. But man, they were good. Circa Survive, Anthony Green, he's always good. I mean, I like everything he does. Pine Grove, Meg Myers, the Lawrence Arms, another Chicago. There was a lot of Chicago bands on this lineup, I noticed, but big bands. I didn't realize how many big fucking bands came out of Chicago. Beach Bunny, Anti-Flag, Living Color. So Living Color is a cool story. They're the ones that do Cult of Personality. It's a Cult of Personality. So I'm a big wrestling fan. I think that's pretty apparent. I got the belt right here, and I love all wrestling. AEW, independent wrestling, Ring of Honor. That's filmed in Baltimore, so I love that. And so they do CM Punk's theme song. CM Punk recently returned to wrestling. It's a huge thing after 7 years of being away. After that whole pipe bomb with WWE where they cut off his microphone because I guess he was getting too real in the moment, and was just completely. Now I know it was a work, meaning I know that he was taking something he might have had a gripe with and then putting it into the storyline, but I guess it was just too real for WWE. I thought it was brilliant, and I mean that's why he has such a cult following. Was that pipe bomb where he was basically throwing WWE in the bus and incorporating all his, gripes into the storyline. Anyway, Living Color was there, which means, and CM Punk is from Chicago. That's his hometown. He's a big Chicago guy. His return was AEW in Chicago. So CM Punk was at the festival, which makes sense because Living Color does the things. He's from Chicago. He's been to Riot Fest before. He's a big Chicago guy, so seeing him there probably wasn't that crazy. What was crazy to me was not only was CM Punk there, but I was standing watching Hepcat, which is this kind of reggae band, and there were other rock bands and other things going on, so I figured that would be where people were at. But I do love Hepcat; they're really good, and I think they work with Tim Armstrong? Maybe not Tim Armstrong. I forget. But Hepcat might be signed to Tim Armstrong's label, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. They're kind of like reggae ska. Anyway, so I'm standing there and I look over to my right, and there's this skinny athletic dude. He's athletic, but he's skinny, semi-tall, bleach blonde hair, kind of a mohawk, but not. And he's standing there in all black, tight black jeans, these black boots, a black shirt, and then he had a fucking, a suit top on, a suit jacket. And I'm thinking, who the fuck is standing in the middle of Chicago in 100-degree sun in a suit? I'm thinking it's got to be an artist, or it's got to be someone that's famous, or they wouldn't be standing there in this bullshit. And I realize it's Darby fucking Allin. And I get and just from working in the business, I'm not the type to go up or ask for pictures or ask for autographs. It's just not what I do. All the cool things I get to do are right here. And I'm totally cool with it because I think it's so cheesy when I see certain people post shit and I'm like, cool, good for you. But so it's Darby Allin. So I don't go over to him, but he looks at me. We look each other right in the face for about a good 3 or 4 seconds, and I go like this, and then he gives me the head nod. And I could tell he knew I knew who he was, and he appreciated that I didn't come up to him. So that was cool. I always like it. But I'm a huge Darby Allin fan, so I thought that was really cool. Fishbone was playing, and that's where actually CM Punk was at the Fishbone show. That's one of his favorite bands, one of my favorite bands as well. And there's a picture of CM Punk with Fishbone. Envy on the Coast, The Sounds, Amigo the Devil, I Dress, Beach Beach Goons, Meet Me at the Altar, they're great. Serotones, Radkey, Kississippi, Jackie Hayes, Oxymorons, Girl Puppy, Senior King. So that was Friday. Stack fucking lineup. And as a 90s kid, for me, seeing the Smashing Pumpkins was... I definitely teared up a little bit. I definitely got emotional seeing them play. And man, were they fucking good. So most festivals, even the big bands, they'll play like an hour tops. I've even seen where the headliners are like 45 minutes. They don't even do the hour 15 that they usually do on headlining tours. Smashing Pumpkins was the only band that played more than an hour and 15 minutes, and they went basically 2 hours. I've never seen that at a festival, a band that is willing to go 2 hours. Because I know the longer they play, the more it costs. So I was surprised that Smashing Pumpkins played so long, and I think the next band only played maybe an hour 15 tops. But yeah, they were good, man. They played all the classics and a lot of new stuff, which is a lot of electronic and spacey shit. But they did it in a way where the whole set was good. It flowed. So you weren't upset like, oh man, they didn't play enough of their 90s shit, or oh man, what's all this dumb spacey shit? Like, they did a nice blend of it all, and it made sense. It wasn't just stuck in there, and they didn't just do it because it's their new stuff, and they didn't just do it for nostalgia. It was very well done, and Smashing, shout out to Billy Corgan, because he's fucking the man. And he even admit he was a jerk off when he was in the band, that, you know, it was probably a big reason. But he's also said, you know, when things are your baby, you want to make sure they're done right. So I get that.